Alright, so I'm going to make a pizza crust, and it's my mom's recipe. I don't have no idea where she got it, but she's been making it for years. I just feel like having pizza tonight for supper, so that is what I'm going to make. I have a recipe that it's a yeast-free crust, but I figured, what the heck, I'm going to try it with some yeast. So basically, the recipe is, I don't know if you guys can see that or if it's turned, might be flipped the other way, but basically it's 2.5 to 3 cups of flour, and in my bowl I have 1 cup of flour right now. I'll add the other 1.5 to 2 cups in a little bit. Then I'm going to add a tablespoon of sugar. I have my sugar here. And you're going to add everything in. And I've asked her, I was like, I'm pretty sure when I see people cooking with yeast, they put their yeast with their sugar and their water or whatever, and they let that kind of like bubble up. And she said, no, you can, when she makes it, she just throws everything in and then she mixes it. Then it calls for a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to have to get some new little measurement things because I only have half of a teaspoon here, so I'm going to add 2 of these. That's salt. So the flour, the sugar, the salt, and you're going to add a pack of yeast or 2.5 teaspoons of yeast. So that's 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons, and a half. And it says 3 tablespoons of oil and 1 cup of very warm water. So seems like a lot of oil. 1, 2, 3. I'll get my warm water. The reason that she adds the 1 cup of flour, it's just more or less to mix this and get it mixed really good before you add the other. I don't know, I hate recipes like that where it says 2.5 to 3 cups. There should just be a simple measurement, and that's it. I'm using my beautiful Pioneer Woman dish that I got for Christmas last year, and I have never used them at all. I'm going to get my electric mixer out and give it a mix with that. I'm just mixing it like this for now. Alright, I'm going to go get my electric mixer, add my other little bit of flour. I'll let you guys know if I add 1.5 or 2 cups, and I'll be right back. Okay, so just use my electric mixer. And I mixed that up. And honestly, I used more on the 2.5 cups than I did for the 3 cups. So now I'm just going to let it mix it all together, and then I'm going to cover it probably. Maybe I'll add a little bit more flour. I'm just going to let it cover it with some plastic wrap and put it in my oven for 30 minutes, and hopefully it will rise. Okay, so it's in there, it's covered with the plastic. I'm just going to set it inside of my oven, and hopefully it will rise, and I will be back in a half an hour. I'm just going to prepare some of my vegetables while I am waiting for the dough to rise, and I think, well, usually my mom doubles it. I don't know how many I'm going to get from that one pizza crust, but if I'm able to stretch it out and make two, I will put, I'll probably freeze one like in the pizza dough pan, and then just wrap it up so that it's ready to go the next time we want a pizza. I'm just going to pull it out and add the toppings to it, is what I think I'm going to do. Alright, so I chopped up my onion and mushroom and green pepper. That's going to go on top of the pizza. Obviously, there could be some red there, but I originally taken out the red pepper, but I decided that I was going to go with the green pepper. And then this just has pizza mozzarella and marble cheese. I just grated that up, and that will go on the top. And then I have a little bit of Parmesan cheese here that I will sprinkle over the pizza as well. Just waiting a little longer on the pizza dough to see if it's going to rise or not. I hope so, but I'm not getting my hopes up. Alright, so that did not rise as much, or at all. So, I don't know. I have a hard time when it comes to using yeast. That's why I have my yeast-free recipe. I don't know what the heck I do wrong. It just does not rise, so I don't know. So I'm going to go and probably separate this in half and see if I can get it. I have a greased pizza pan here. I'm just going to go and push that out and see if I can get two pizzas out of it. Okay, so I got one of the half a crust out, and I just spread it on here. It spreads really nice, though. I'll give it that. It's not doesn't fell apart or anything like that. So I have this little bit left here that I will put into another pan, and I'll just kind of like flash freeze it and then cover it, and it'll be, or I could just even freeze it in a ball. And then I have these two little packs of sauce. I'm not quite sure what they came out of, but they're like a little kind of pizza sauce type of thing. I'm going to use this, and hopefully there'll be enough out of these two. I'm going to put that on my pizza, and then I will put my toppings and get it in the oven. Alright, normally I would like it a little saucier than this, but those two packets will do, so that is what I ended up with. I'm going to add a little bit of my Parmesan cheese. Let me know in the comments what you guys like to put on your pizza. Sometimes I like donair pizza, sometimes I like Hawaiian pizza. Some people like to argue that pineapples don't go on pizza. But if you haven't tried it, I would give it a go. So I'm just going to add my onions. Sometimes too I'll cook up some ground beef and put some ground beef in there, but I wanted to keep it simple tonight. The good thing about this is leftovers for lunch tomorrow. So after supper I will cut a piece or two and get my son's lunch ready, and then I won't have to worry about it. And he likes all this, he likes mushrooms, and he's not too crazy about green peppers, but he likes mushrooms and onions. So I will just put green peppers on half of the pizza. He'd probably still eat it, but oh, those ingredients smell so good and fresh. top it with cheese. Some people put their cheese down first and then their veggies on top. But to each their own. I like to put the cheese on top because it kind of keeps all the veggies they stay put. I got my oven heating up to 350. I'm going to put that in there, cook it up, and then it will be ready. We'll add a little more Parmesan cheese to the top. Oh, I could have put some oregano in that on the bottom, but I didn't, so. Alright, I will show you the pizza when it comes out of the oven. So I just took the pizza out of the oven, and that is what it looks like. It's nice and thin, crispy crust. So I'm just going to let that set. I gotta go get my son from school soon, and then we will dig into that. Alright, I got the heat on. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. I am on my way to pick up my child. I hope that's not going to be upside down. Just give me 1 second. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to be upside down and screw up the whole video. So anyways, I'm on my way to pick up my son and my niece at school. And I figured I would do a little bit of vlogging on the way. I could turn you guys around and you guys could see the road, but I did a video this morning and I added that to that section of it. So anyways, I just made pizza for supper. I made a homemade pizza. I think I might upload the pizza video kind of like by itself and just name it, I don't know, pizza fail or something like that, because I cannot make pizza crust with yeast for the life of me. To get it to rise, it just doesn't happen. I made bread the other day, or one day I made bread and it didn't rise, and I'm like, what the heck? And then I made my mom's pizza crust today, and that didn't, and she makes it all the time and it rises. So I don't know, maybe my kitchen is just too cold or something. I'm not quite sure. So whatever the case is, I still used it. I didn't throw it out. It was still like, it made a nice dough. I'm gonna turn the heat up a bit because it's cold. I know I could be wearing a coat, but it is what it is. There's like a trail back in the woods back there, and the big timberjack come through there, and I don't know, he plowed a big, I don't know what he's doing, but anyways, so I made the pizza. I think I'm going to upload that as a separate video, but just know that it was kind of a fail. It still turned out good, I guess you could say, but whatever. Anyways, I'll show you guys my pizza at the end of this video when I get home. So I uploaded a few videos in the last day. I uploaded the overall no spend month for November. That was, in my eyes, it was a success. There was a lot of times that I was like, no, we're not doing this, or no, we're not getting that. And to me, that's like, just met somebody on the hill. To me, it's good because I don't have the urge to drink like takeout coffee and stuff anymore, and that's like a huge expense. There was some areas that obviously could have been worked on, but for the most part, I'm pretty proud of myself. If you guys see this thing flicking around here, that's just my little smelly thing. I'm wondering if I should put it in four-wheel drive or not. I'm not really slipping, but... Anyways, so... yeah. It's been an overall, I would say, a success. There's a couple times I slipped and probably could have did better. But, like I mentioned in the video, it kind of... now I have something to go with. So next month I could be like, oh yeah, well, we spent way too much on so-and-so, so, you know, next month make it so that we don't spend as much on whatever. I think the total wasted was like $75 this month, which is crazy, but it would have been a lot more had I not said, you know, no, I'm not getting coffee, and I don't miss it at all. I prefer to brew my own in the morning and bring that with me. At least it doesn't give me gut rot, so. And then I uploaded my different ways that I stretched a turkey. I got 53 individual meals out of that, so you guys will have to go check that out if you haven't watched that already. So that was pretty awesome. And I still have, out of those meals that I made, there's still some that are in the freezer. So I got those videos uploaded and done, and I'm gonna keep a binder of I'm gonna keep a binder with all, like, because I plan on continuing the Snow Spend Month. I'm not gonna vlog it every week like I've been doing, but I am just personally gonna write everything down that we spend and keep up with that, and maybe I'll do like a monthly review of it, and just like I said in my other video, just to keep myself accountable for it. Obviously December we have Christmas gifts and stuff that we have to buy, so I can't really say it's going to be a no spend month, but I am going to obviously try like no takeout and no coffees and different things like that. For next year I already started planning what I wanted to do and how I wanted to save money and all that stuff, and I'm going to take and probably every paycheck put $20 away, so which would even out to be like $40 a month, and it adds up to $480 a year. So I can either take that money and do my Christmas shopping with it, or at the end of the year slap it on a bill, or whatever the case is, but I'm just gonna put it away and kind of like stash it and forget about it, because if we have it on hand, then we're more prone to spend it, I find. So, but other than that, everything's been going good with this whole no spend thing. I'm gonna probably do like I said, we get paid tomorrow, and I'm not rushing out to go get groceries and stuff like that. I am gonna try to push it as long as I can. We still have lots of stuff at home. There's no need, like, we got paid last week. I believe today is the 29th. We got paid like 9 days ago, and we went for groceries and did some groceries on the 22nd, I believe. So that was like 6 days ago. You know, we still have milk. There's bread and butter and school snacks and juices and stuff for school. All the main necessities that we need. The pantry is full of pasta. There's lots of rice. There's all kinds of stuff that we can, and the freezer's got a bunch of meat in it. So there's a bunch of burgers. There's a bunch of hamburger. There's ground pork. There's shrimp. There's salmon. I have a whole chicken in there, which I'll probably end up doing the same thing that I did with the turkey. I might not vlog it per se, but I'm going to stretch that sucker as far as I can. And I just realized that I forgot to bring down the damn garbage. So that sucks. I'm going to have to do that tomorrow. Because there's like 3 of them. Oh, it's so pretty over there with like the dust and the snow. So pretty. So I'm gonna go pick up these hoodlums at school. Come home, eat, get homework done. I think I'm gonna buy at the dollar store. You can get like little things that go under your boots so that you don't slip. Like I think it's made for the ice, but I think I'm gonna get myself some of those because the winter boots that I have, they're really like they're nice and they're warm and stuff, but they suck for grip. Like last night we were walking and I don't know how many times I almost slipped. And the other day was the same thing. I was out walking and I slipped a bunch of times and I tried to catch myself and I ended up pulling a bunch of muscles and it wasn't fun. So I think I'm going to do that so that when we go out walking I don't have to worry about breaking my neck. And yeah, so I'm almost at the school. I'm going to stop my rambling. I might keep this video and just upload this one tomorrow on Friday. I'll wait and see how much footage I end up getting at the end of the day. Which probably isn't going to be much because I didn't, other than the pizza, I wasn't overly productive today. I might make some gingerbread cookies. I'll have to wait and see on how motivated I am after. We do homework and stuff. I usually get a little boost of like energy around 7 p.m. So we'll see. Maybe I'll be making cookies at 7 o'clock tonight. I don't know. Okay. The backup cam is always dirty. I never ever ever used a backup cam, and then I got it in this vehicle, and it took a while to get used to, but I'm used to it now. All right, I'm gonna put you guys away. I have about 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, about 6 minutes to wait before my son's bell rings. Oh my god, I shed hair like a freaking dog. Anyways, see you guys in a bit.